So now that.
The first act will be...
I got this. We got it. The first act will be Meganna Miller and Michael here performing The Proposal by David Burtons.
Was it really? You're not just saying that?
Of course not.
So it was special? Like, really special?
I'll never forget it.
So, you loved it?
I should say so. I'm sure that there's royalty that doesn't get treated this special.
The Proposal.
Finally. Maybe?
By David Burtons. So it was the best night of your life?
Of course. I mean, I thought this was going to be one of our regular days. So I was sitting there curling my hair, and I look out the window, and what do I see? A long black limousine, and you stepping out holding a dozen red roses. Oh, you're so romantic.
Well, I try my best.
I mean, what kind of girl gets picked up in a real limo? Certainly not anyone I know.
Movie stars get the treatment constantly, and I'm sure it gets old for them.
It wouldn't get old for me. Oh, not if you were in the limo, of course.
Well, yeah, well, it's just weird riding in something that fancy. You know, my uncle rode in one once.
Oh, really? What was the occasion?
He had just died.
Eddie, you are killing the romance here.
No, you have to stay in the mood. It's very important. That's why I went to all this trouble.
You've been doing nice things for me all week. Last night, you took me to that fancy dinner theater. The night before, the most expensive restaurant in town. Have you recently come into some money?
No. and I can't do this. I just can't do this.
What's the matter, darling? Did you get fired at work or something?
No, it's nothing like that.
Then what is it?
It's about us, Mel.
Oh.
Oh, what do you mean, oh?
It's obvious I've done something to upset you. And you're mad at me. So you've gone to all this trouble just to dump me!
What?
You find the perfect place, the exact words, to dump me!
Sweetheart, I'm not mad at you. You haven't done a thing.
Then why are you ending it? Is it my Aunt Betty?
What?
Oh, don't you go playing games with me. I've seen you looking at her, giving her the once-over.
For crying out loud, Mel, she's 50 years old! That's practically dead!
Well, my Cosmo had an article about younger men and older women.
Why would I hit on your aunt?
You're the one who told me she was pretty.
For her age! And I think the comment was more like, well-preserved.
I don't understand.
Sweetheart, I'm not ending it. You're everything to me, Mel. You're perfect.
But not perfect enough to hear what you have to say. And it involves me.
It's not that easy.
Sure it is. I'm your girlfriend. You can tell me anything.
Not this is different! Okay. Melanie!
Yes, darling.
Well, you...
Spit it out, darling.
Mel, will you... I just can't, I'm sorry, Mel.
You are sorry, Eddie. Is this information you're trying to divulge to me worth dying for? Because I'm about to send you to the great beyond. I'd kill you now, but you would die with your secret, and I would know nothing.
Maybe you're right. You should just go home.
Hold it, I can tell this is big, and it involves me. You're going to tell me right now. Not tomorrow. Not yesterday. Right this.
You're my husband! But I can't just throw it out there. You wouldn't invite the president President of the United States over for dinner and serve catfish you caught in a dirty stream, would you?
I guess that depends on whether it were Barack Obama or Sarah Palin, I suppose. Right now, all I can think of is wanting to hit something. Or someone.
Okay. Melanie?
Yes, darling.
Well, you... Move out of the way, you're blocking my view. It's
I'm going home.
working, I just can't do this.
Are we back to this again?
I just can't seem to ask the question.
Question? What kind of question?
Doesn't matter now, I've blown it.
Oh, pretend like you're asking your mother. You could do that, couldn't you?
Afraid not. This isn't a question I'd ask my mother.
Ooh, is it a sexy kind of question? Then what's the big deal?
You're right, there is no big deal. Because... Melanie!
Darling.
Will you loan me another $20?
Eddie Dennis. If that is the question you've been trying to ask me all week, then you better start running.
It's not. I have the question, but I don't think I'm brave enough to ask it.
Sure you are, Eddie. You're the bravest guy around. Yes, darling.
I can't.
Sure you can. Here, I'll help you get started. Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Here we go.
Okay. Melanie, will you marry me? Mel, how did you know?
How could I not know? Gorillas couldn't be more obvious than you've been tonight. And I hope you're not a gorilla, Eddie. Otherwise, I wouldn't be your wife.
You mean you accept?
Of course I do. I want you for my husband.
There's just one potential problem.
What is it now?
I wasn't kidding earlier. I could really use the $20.